Hello, my name is Brady Noski.
And I'm Austin Morales, and you're watching The Inner Gamer On.
And today we're going to be talking about a new Mafia game confirmed in development from Hangar 13. It is a prequel. We talk about what we want from this game and a little bit about the entire Mafia franchise as a whole and how awesome it is. So you should join us if you love Mafia and you love video games. Come on in.
And as always, if you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and bang that bell because it helps us out more than you know, and you're amazing for doing it. So bang it. Bang it hard.
We need some new stuff to come out that blows people's minds.
That's right.
Blows people's minds. Just like a new Mafia game is reportedly in early development right now. Hangar 13, the developers of Mafia, have most recently brought out Mafia 3, which was didn't sell super well. Well, actually, no, it sold pretty well, but had not the best, mixed reviews. But I know you played it and really enjoyed it.
Yes.
I was talking to Jason yesterday, and he really loved it. I haven't played it yet, but I want to jump into it because I love Mafia 2 so much. I think I played Mafia 1 too, but I haven't played Mafia 3 yet, and I want to jump into it. I do have it through PlayStation Plus store, but I think these are great games that just do a really good job with story. I hope this one did it do good with story, Mafia 3?
I thought it did really good with story, and then eventually the story kind of fell off for me.
Okay.
I forgot at what point. Obviously, it's been a while ago, but I think it's really cool. You have this guy who was a Vietnam vet, and he comes back, and he has to, start a new life, and so stuff goes awry. It's worth playing if you haven't, and I think they did like some kind of graphical upgrade. I'm not 100% sure.
Possibly, yeah.
But it goes on. When it opens up, it's like a documentary.
Yeah,
and then you go into the game and live some of the stuff. And I was like, that's really awesome.
That's
like
pretty cool,
very
yeah.
unique way of storytelling, especially for a video game. And I think it's worth playing if you haven't. Even though I never finished it because I felt like it got kind of boring and stale. But for the most part, I thought it was a great game. And I think if they can do something like this, like new and different, because I remember the old Mafias, and I don't think I really played much of them. But that kind of trend of being that what was it, like early 20s or whatever style, like set in that kind of times,
30s
like,
roughly. Yeah,
like all that was getting kind of stale for me because it's like been done before, especially by other games too. I think there's a few other games like that, not like the Mafia game, but it was like a whole new experience and story that could be told. Like you can do that again. Like they should do that again. Just go out on a limb and do something new and unique. Don't stick to the same trend as like the past Mafias.
Oh, so supposedly they're doing a prequel to Mafia. That's what they've stated here, which is interesting because like I know that these three games are in the same universe.
Well, I hate it already.
Yeah, they're not necessarily tied together, but they're in the same universe. So this is going to be a prequel, and I guess it's going to be. I mean, that means it's going to be before the 30s potentially. How early? I don't know, but
yeah,
I am curious to know how this is going to play out.
Gangs in New York type thing.
Yeah. Could be interesting. I love the whole freaking like mafia, Italian mob style like mafia thing. It was so cool.
Yeah, no.
Driving those
totally
old cars and shit like that didn't drive super well, and it was just like neat to pull up on those things. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see them do something that's not the mafia style per se.
Mafia Odyssey.
Oh gosh, that would be hilarious. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think what era that would be.
Well, it depends. It might be like in Italy.
Like, what year does Mafia take place? Year does Mafia take place, y'all? What year? 1930 is the first one.
Yeah.
So a prequel would be.
I mean, they could make a really interesting story. I think it's going to take a lot for me to like really get involved.
Apparently, the American Mafia started in the 1920s, where the mob bosses ran the bootlegging industry during Prohibition.
That'd be cool.
From there, the Mafia became a national organization dealing with prostitution, gambling, and bribery. I wonder if they did that 10 years earlier, like the formation of the mob.
Yeah,
that could be interesting.
Yeah.
But it's exciting to see. Like, I think this is one of those franchises that doesn't get as much credit in the overarching world of things, but
That's true.
had quality games.
Yeah.
Like all through.
I mean, did it come out before Grand Theft Auto 3?
I don't think so.
Because I think Grand Theft Auto changed the game with 3, and then Mafia ended up coming out, and it was trying to be like a Grand Theft Auto type game.
It came out. Wait, hang on a minute. Oh, no, never mind. Mafia 2002, and then Grand Theft Auto 3 came out in 2001. So Mafia came out a year after Grand Theft Auto 3. So that means it was in development at the same time Grand Theft Auto was.
That's interesting.
So they were doing a similar type of, because that first game was open world too.
Right.
Small open world, but it was open world.
Yeah.
So they were similar.
This definitive edition of Mafia looks really good.
Hells yeah, it does.
I think I heard it was like, didn't play well. There's glitches and issues. I don't know. I have to look it up. But
yeah, I think I heard about that too. They did have some problems.
this came out in 2020. Very, very interesting. It's like built from the ground up. It looks like they did
I don't remember what they did.
They did mocap for it, at least facial mocap.
Huh?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Man,
Might be worth playing. I don't
yeah,
know.
no, I might have to download it. Check it out. See what it's
Yeah.
all about.
That's right.
But yeah, Mafia is coming out again. I'm excited to see that franchise come through.
Wait, what do you want to see?
Huh?
What do you want to see story wise?
I would love to go back to that Mafia era. Like I heard Mafia 3 was good, but it was just that whole like period piece, like Mafia shit coming in, like Mob Boss just shooting things up and all that, driving those old cars. I just love that. You don't see that in any game. Like, I mean, we don't ever see that old of, and like we see hyper old, like riding horses and shit.
Yeah.
But we don't see like this era captured that often. So I think it's really
true.
interesting
That's
to
true.
explore more of that.
Okay. All right.
But
I
yeah,
can get into it. I just
maybe
gotta do
something
it.
set in Chicago with the early 20. I would love to see the formation of this stuff, where like it's not as organized and it's still very underground kind of mentality. That could be really cool.
Yeah.
So you're having to like do like more stealth, like sneaking into things kind of attitude, because like you are trying to be like, you don't have the power you do in Mafia 2, where you just show up to a place and people are like scared of you because they know who you are.
Yeah.
It's like you still don't quite have that reputation yet. That could be really interesting. So yeah, I'm excited.
Cool.
Hangar 13 coming soon. Get excited.